Hey, this is Lex West Palm doing his review for the Tomorrow People. This will be my fifth one. So the past Wednesday night was awesome. It was dangerous. It was new. It was different. It was something that you could predict, but like it was all these things in one and stuff. So let's just dive right in. Astrid and Steven, awesome. I'm glad that they made up finally. Thank God. I like they're best friends. I don't. I was hoping that they wouldn't like just break them apart and stuff and have them do the whole loner thing. Which honestly, I was hoping that they'll do a whole Scooby Squad thing on him, where he'll have a group of people that he can kind of trust, which will kind of just be her because he doesn't seem like he hang around anybody else. But I'm glad that they're working this out and whatever. Anyways, besides, but she's not stopping. She's not letting up. No, she knows what she saw. She saw him disappear, and she wants to know how the hell he did that. Which goes right back to the first episode in the pilot where he came up and he was like, you know, hey, I can teleport and I can move things with my mind and I can read minds, whatever. And she's like freaking out, going like, she was like, oh, okay, humoring him and stuff. And then next, she's like, oh my God, like, could you shut the hell up and all, like freaking out on him and stuff. And, like basically telling him like, are you trying to run me away? But the thing is now, she wants to know. She wants to hear from his mouth saying, why and how he was able to do that, what she saw. So like I pretty much predict that like with my last review saying like it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Um, Also like past that and stuff, Stephen went down to go see Clara. Clara asked him or introduced him to their geneticist that they actually have down there, which is this young girl that is like super smart or whatever. And they had an ideal if they can get a sample of that serum that they're using to take away a small person's powers, that they might be able to genetically do engineer an antidote to it where they could be able to cure or stop them from actually taking someone's abilities away. Which if I'm right about what I've learned in school is that even though they do take that away from you, so it doesn't mean genetically that that you can't be able to give it back to the person. So I think that if they were able to find an antidote to it or whatnot and stuff, they should be able to give a tomorrow person's abilities back, because that's a genetic trait. So you can't kill that off into someone and stuff. It's just you can make it dormant, so you can't be able to use your powers, or a person couldn't use their powers. But all that aside, so Steven says, "I'm gonna see if I can or not." Well, he actually obtains a sample of the serum, but at the same time too, Jedekiah tells him, "Hey, I'm gonna take you go see the guy that ordered a hit out for your dad." So what the hell? Does anybody else find a problem with this? So like, if I was Steven, I'll be fucking worried too. But I'll be pissed as hell because I'll be trying to plot to kill this guy. But given the situation that he's a tomorrow person, he can't really do that. So he goes and sees Astrid and stuff. She's trying all these awesome dresses, whatever stuff. She's still prying for hey, like, could you tell me what happened? Are you gonna tell me what happened? He's freaking out, whatever, something, and he just, tells her like, I don't want anything to go wrong between us or whatever, so let's just leave it alone. Well, later on, it turns out Jedediah calls him up and says, hey, it's time, so let's go right now. Puts a, cover over his head or something, and then takes off to go meet the head of Ultra. Which Steven is like shocked. He's like, I thought this was all the head of Ultra. He's like, no, this is just a branch and whatever stuff, and many branches in Ultra and stuff. But you're about to meet one of the heads. So, Steven's like boggled. He's freaking out, whatever something, and he doesn't know what really to do. So he goes to see Kara and John, and they basically tell him just like John basically tells him like if you die, you die. If you don't, whatever or something. But at least then, if you don't die, you might be able to get some information on who runs this and all, just in case later on they have to take this guy out. Anyways, so Steven basically tells him like, you need to man up and whatever. So either leave me the hell alone and tell me to go do this on my own, or you need to man up as a leader or something and stop following me for your insecurities or your problems. And I thought that was pretty cool of him, because then like you got to see a tougher side of him, other than him letting his moral values like dictate what the hell he's doing. Anyways, so he so apparently John and Kara has this battle and stuff to this fight or something to see if they can all go out and have a good time and stuff because John's being a stick in the mud and saying that we need to keep our heads low and whatever. So well, she kicks his ass bad, and they all are so happy because they get to go out and have a good time. They go out and have a good time, and it turns out that it was a trap by Ultra, and they think that and they're three other people had died. I'm pretty sure they said it's like three other people that died, and I can't tell you how many were hurt. They didn't list the number in there and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it was quite a bit of them out of 30 people. So like like they're freaking out. They're wondering what the hell happened, why did this happen. One of my favorite things that happened in that scene too, or something, is that Steven, when all this was going on with Ultra, coming up with this plan to track them all or something, which I thought was kind of weird. It's very awkward to be to trap them. If they can pull all of them there to a club or something to trap them to try to kill them all, why haven't they done this already? This is kind of weird. How did they let them know that this club would be here? That part's a little weird. Where out of all the clubs in that city or something, they were able to go. They were able to attract them to that club where a shitload of Ultra agents would be or something to be able to kill them. That was a little weird. So I don't really know how to take that. Anyways, whatever. I want to get to my favorite part and stuff. So they have those things there where it's able to where they give this pulsar or whatever something and stopping the tomorrow people from using their abilities. So so while they're shooting up everything and stuff and trying to kill them and whatever, Steven freaks out and whatever stuff and it's like, is this what you want to show me or something? And he walks away and stuff like he's angry or whatever stuff. So Zedekiah in his head, he's smarter than what he looks and all. But he's trying to handle what's going on there. Steven walks away or something, storms out of there, and he tries to use his powers there and stuff. Well, luckily he has all that freaking power because dude pulls back and does the Kamehameha wave and a telekinesis. Fucking sweet. Like it was fucking awesome. Blows out one of the power grids, whatever, and it gave them a chance to get the hell out of there and stuff. So most of them got the hell out of there, and then while they were getting out of there, John has to kill an Ultra agent, which Kara got to see, and she was like, "What the fuck?" So later on, when they're back down there in the sewer or something, and they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and trying to help their people out and stuff, Kara managed to steal a couple minutes to be able to go and confront John, like, "What the hell? Why? When did you be able to do this? How long you been able to do this?" So he tells her, and and instead of her being pissed off at the fact that he can kill people so much and all, she's pissed off at the fact that he didn't tell her. So like that actually pissed her off even more, the fact that he didn't tell her. So apparently honesty is very important to women, so you gotta tell them. Anyway, so she almost blows a gasket. They're hell bent on thinking that there's a traitor in the midst, and also Kara starts to go through everybody's mind, doing a kind of feels like a cavity search, but through the mind or something. And yes, I know what a cavity search is, but it sounds weird actually saying it. But anyways, so Steven starts to freak out, and he tells John that I think I was the one that gave away our position and stuff, so I should go next. Turns out it was the new kid that they brought there, the new breakout that they just had, that they went through all the shit to try to protect it all, and it turns out this little shit kept popping back to go see his mom to make sure that she was okay or something. And it turns out Ultra was waiting right there, and they threatened her life that if you don't turn John over, we're gonna kill your mom. So he thought he was doing the right thing. I think Cora goes ballistics. She does this whole hand wave thing or something, and shoots him, like throws him back towards the wall, and then she lets him go or something, and she teleports away for like I want to say about 35 seconds. Comes back and all, and she has a needle to his neck and all with the antidote in there to be able to take his powers away. So I'm just like, damn, she's like badass, and I feel like she was doing that because she wanted John to know that like it's not just you or something, like like she's like it almost seemed like she was trying to prove something, like to kind of like to him, but just like also let him know that like I'm pissed, like there's people that are dead because of you fucking betrayed us whatever something, like you this one time or something, and she feels like it's her fault, like she needs anything else to feel like it's her fault after she killed that one guy when she broke out or something, like, and it was an accident. So like she she basically tells him like you're not one of us anymore. So she takes his powers away. So like, and she threatens at the same time, and like, if you ever tell anybody or something, I'll, she'll magnify that pain that he felt while he was going through his powers being withdrawn from, and she's like, like she'll make it feel so bad or something that he won't even be able to remember his own mother or something. So I was like, holy shit, that was badass. This whole episode was completely badass. I liked it. There are a few confusing parts whenever so, because then like if you really think about certain things in there, you're just like, eh. But the ending part, to wrap this up, um, he shows Astrid his abilities. He teleports her to the first place where they became best friends and all, which was kind of weird. But I'd like to know a little bit more of a storyline, how that place was, how they became best friends. But it was really cool. I liked it. I can't wait to see more. Stay tuned. I will keep doing my reviews on this show as long as it's still on. Thanks. Have a good one. Cheers.